So welcome. The expectation in the market this coming week is going to be quite intense. We got sales coming in, big retail sales. Walmart's reporting, Home Depot, Target, all reporting earnings this coming week. Joining the retails are semiconductors maker Nvidia and AMAT. They're going to be reporting retail sales around the world are released this week, including FOMC minutes are released on Wednesday. So after another week of more than record high for the Dow and the S&P, investors may be wondering if the good times will keep rolling or if we might see some kind of correction. According to some studies that we've seen, there's a lot of enthusiasm and a lot of demand, but the majority of respondents plan to keep investing at the same pace as they've been already all year long. August and September are historically the weakest months of the year for stocks, but returns so far this month are countering the trend. So asset class by year to date total returns, as you can see that the cryptocurrency market has done very well, as expected. Everyone is still expecting Bitcoin to hit at least $100,000 a share. Oil, commodities, stock have all done very well, double digits. Bitcoin over 50%. Gold is down during the pandemic, and when the Fed, Jerome Powell, was printing trillions of dollars, gold saw new peaks, new heights, and now it has come down from the highest it's been in recent years. Also, government bonds are down by 3.9%. So expectation for the calendar in August on the 15th, the Chinese industrial production for July will be released. On the 16th, Japanese industrial production, the U.S. New York Empire State Manufacturer Index will be released for August. India Wholesale Price Index will be released for July. So Home Depot on the 17th and Walmart will be reporting earnings. It's going to be very important to see what's going on here. If Home Depot sales, we're expecting Home Depot sales to decrease some because everybody's coming out of COVID and they're not interested in doing home repairs and such like that. So we can expect some price fluctuation, and who knows how. I believe they've done very well over the pandemic, but it seems like a lot of people, as the economy is opened, they are doing other things besides upgrading their home, painting their house, and doing DIY jobs. Walmart expectations should be quite strong as people are going back to school, the economy is opening up, people are going to shop in the stores, so we can see good earnings from Walmart. The US retail sales will be coming out for July. This is going to be very important because this report can predict the economic growth that for the rest of 2021. So the Bureau US report measures the US retail industry each month by surveying about 5,500 employee firms to collect retail sales data. It shows the total sales and percentage change for the month, and also reports on the percentage change for the year-over-year sales for the last 12 months. So retail sales signals trend in the consumer spending, which drives almost 70% of economic growth. And that is why we have to look really close at Walmart on the 17th. Walmart reporting, if they're slowing down, then we might see that people's savings are being impacted. People have overspent, and don't have more money to spend. The retail industry alone supplies almost 52 million jobs. In addition, retail personal consumption expenditures include services like housing and healthcare. So 52 million jobs in the retail. So if we're seeing demand in retail and for the coming quarter, if at least for July, we're gonna have to make sure that there's gonna be demand for workers and jobs. So if we saw that over 924,000 jobs were created for the last quarter, hopefully that demand will continue to grow as retail sales increase. If retail sales are decreasing, we'll see how that's going to impact companies like Walmart, Home Depot. So US industrial production, that's also going to be reported for July. Industrial production is a measure of output of industrial sector of the economy. The industrial sector includes like manufacturing, mining, utilities. Although the sector doesn't really contribute very much for the GDP, but they are highly sensitive to interest rate and consumer demand. On the 18th, we're going to have Target and Nvidia reporting. Another important earnings report, especially when you're looking at semiconductors. Semiconductors have taken a big hit, as you all know. Nvidia does produce a lot of semiconductors. They've worked strongly with Apple, but during the pandemic, a lot of manufacturers who were making cars who needed semiconductors, who did not need the car makers did not need semiconductors, and a lot of the semiconductors went into other electronics like TVs, games, consoles. As the economy opens and demand for vehicles is increased, demand for semiconductors also increased, and Nvidia has been able to sell much of the products at a premium because of this demand. So it's going to be very important to see how Nvidia performed for the past quarter, and I'm sure they have been able to have really good earnings and increase prices on a lot of their products. Also, July housing starts will be reported on the 18th, and as well as the building permits. It's really important to see which direction real estate is going. Demand for homes is increasing in Florida, it seems like, and most homes are being paid cash, and people are willing to pay the premium for homes as there are less and less homes on the market, and more and more homes are being built, condos and apartments are being built, but we're also seeing supply chain issues and commodity prices skyrocket, especially wood. We will see which way things are going. There's a lot of building permits. It will be a good thing. August 19th, Applied Materials, also another company that supplies a lot of semiconductors parts, will be reporting. Once again, another important earnings call to listen to. Finally, Friday, August 20th, UK retail sales, Canadian retail sales will be reported, and the German PPI will be released for July. And so overall for the earning next week, the earning parade is winding down, as S&P and the Dow has really performed very well and continue to hit new highs, but not before we hear from major retail and chip makers in the coming week. Home Depot, Target, Walmart will all report quarterly results, and they will give us a better picture of the waxing and waning of consumer confidence and spending in the second quarter. All three benefit during the lockdown and should have seen the momentum continue last quarter as the economy is opening up and people were going back to school, and consumers are still feeling the flush. Their outlook for the current quarter and the rest of the year will be very important to see what we can expect. Major chip woes. Chip makers are providing how critical they are to the global economy, given the intense shortage that are plaguing the industry, from video games to automakers. delays for semiconductors for automobile now stretches at least 26.5 weeks, which is costing the automaker industry at least $100 billion so far. Next week, we'll get the results from widely held semiconductor makers, including Nvidia, which supplies chips for everything from phones to video games, consoles, and memory cards for mining cryptocurrency. And as you notice, as cryptocurrency prices surge, demand for graphics cards, semiconductors will increase, and once again, Nvidia is going to benefit from this. Shares of Nvidia are up 50% year to date. Applied Material will also post its quarterly results, and the company, which makes components that go into the semiconductors, has also seen benefits from the intense demand. Shares of the company are up 50% so far for 2021. Very important economic reports. Retail spending figures from July will be released on Wednesday, and investors will want to pay attention to any softness in the market given the inflation and fear of renewed spread of the Delta C19 2.0, I guess. Industrial production and manufacturer activity reports for July will be released Tuesday and will paint a clear picture of the impact of supply chain distribution around the world and higher price for raw materials. Once again, it's important during this time to watch out for building permits and the U.S. housing starts for July, both for July. So this will be the report that we should be expecting for the coming week of August. We have seen major movements in the cryptocurrency market. The past 7 days, as you can see, the top cryptocurrencies have had a really amazing performance. Bitcoin is up 12%, Ethereum is up 12.6%. Cardano has had a phenomenal past 7 days with over 43.49%. Binance coin has went up 17.6%. Cardano and Binance are shooting for that competing for that third place in market cap. XRP once again is performing quite well, and still the litigation between the SEC has continued for the past couple months. Hopefully they're looking to wrap up in August, and if they do, that result's going to be very important to see, because whatever's decided there will really reflect on what kind of stance the SEC will have on the rest of the cryptocurrency industry. The budget, the $3.1 trillion infrastructure budget is also going to be important to look at. The government has decided to take stricter action on cryptocurrency to see if they can fill that budget with taxes taken from cryptocurrency. And in a way, this is an attack on crypto, but at the end of the day, I think that despite being decentralized, not really being regulated, a lot of people not wanting it to be regulated, it is important that crypto does get regulated. Just like when cars were first made, people were scared, people did not buy any vehicles, but when the government stepped in, driver's license, roads were painted, demand for vehicles increased. And I can see the same thing with crypto. The government continues supporting and also trying to regulate some portion of crypto. We can see positive outcomes in the long run. So this is my expectation. So this is a little bit of crypto, and also my expectation for the coming week of August for this financial education and business. So I'll have